Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chloe, and thank you for deciding to spend a few minutes with me and watch this video. I'm starting to see we drink a whole lot of coffee. It's not good. But anyway, oh my god, so much stuff has happened in the past month. It's insane. My mind is going to explode just trying to process the amount of change that we've had to endure all at once as human beings, as a school community, as a town community, as a world, as a country, as so many different things. I mean, it's insane. I really just want to take a minute to update you on what my experience is like with this COVID-19 pandemic and how my life has been affected, how my family's life has been affected, and how I'm dealing with that and learning to be grateful for the experience that we have been given through this situation. Not that I want anyone to be sick. That's not what I'm grateful for, but the time to slow down, to think about your day-to-day life, to think about how many things you should be grateful for every single day. Not saying that I want people to be sick, not saying that I want things to be shut down, but if we're gonna look for a silver lining or some sort of positive aspect of the situation, that would be it, that this situation is giving us time to slow down and think about everything that we should be grateful for on a daily basis. My school shut down. We went on spring break at the beginning of March, and then we got an email saying that the school was going to be closed for the rest of the semester. So I've been doing online school classes, and they've been going fine. It's weird because I'll be sitting in my bed on a Zoom class and I don't know, I just want to take a nap the whole time that I'm listening to a lecture. So I realized that way is not the perfect way to stay in that school zone mindset. So instead now I sit at my desk for the majority of class, but I do go to an art school, Mass Art. So our studio classes are 5 hours long. So I can't sit at my desk for 5 hours because, to be honest, my butt and my back get real uncomfortable, so I can't sit there for over 2 hours. That's just too much. So then I move to my bed. I'm so proud of Mass Art. I'm so proud of the students, the faculty, the staff, everyone there, because they've really just adapted and overcame the situation and created a system that works best for all of us. And it's not easy. It's weird, but we're doing it and we're getting through it and we're learning, and I'm just so proud of us as a school community, 100%. Honestly, this whole situation really is about being creative and finding different ways to overcome the situation and finding different ways to do things from home. So when we get a certain assignment, we have to put even more creativity into it than we would at school, because we have to find a way to do it at home. As far as my family situation is going, I'm so grateful to have a roof over my head, to be with my family during this situation. So I'm very grateful to have a home that I was easily able to go back to. Recently, however, my dad did get laid off from the company that he had worked for a little bit over 30 years. He had worked there since he was 19, and I think he's 54 now. Something like around 30 years, let's just say that. He got laid off as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. That has definitely been very challenging and has affected my family greatly, but we are pushing through and we are adapting and overcoming the situation. What is pretty interesting about the situation, for me anyway, is, in CrossFit you learn so much about not focusing on the things that you can't control and focusing on what you can, which is just you. And we kind of prepare for not a pandemic, that's for sure. Things that just get thrown at you, just curveballs, and that's all about the mindset that you have. So luckily, my whole family is all about mindset, and we have preached, don't focus on the things that you can't control, focus on what you can. So knowing that and having that background has so helped us in this kind of situation. Once my school closed down, once we kind of anticipated that my dad was going to get laid off because so many other people were, so we were very nervous about that. I was super anxious during that chunk of time, right at the very beginning of it. when everything was just falling apart. I was so anxious. I was so stressed. I was so overwhelmed. I wasn't sleeping. I was doing so many different things at once because everything was changing. Everything just was exploding. So I was very stressed, very overwhelmed, very anxious, like all of us are. And that's no different from really anyone else, I'm sure. I had my fair share of breakdowns. But once I was done crying and letting it all out, I just got up like I always do in situations where I'm feeling depressed or anxious or overwhelmed or stressed. I got up and I was like, Chloe, you are figuring out what format, what system is going to help you get through this and be the best version of yourself, and not only get through it, but thrive, but be able to create something that makes you happy, that you smile every day, like a system that is going to get you up in the morning and put a smile on your face right at 6 freaking a.m. That's what I wanted. I was like, you're doing it. And I did. I spent honestly 2 days figuring it out. I needed to figure out a schedule that was going to be able to help me stay focused, stay productive, and stay happy all at once. Because I think a lot of people confuse like thinking staying productive and being happy are two different things. Like you can't be productive and happy at the same time, or you can't be getting shit done and happy at the same time. Apparently people think it's not a thing. No, I wanted to combine them both together. And I think I did that pretty well, I'm not going to lie. So I spent 2 days figuring this schedule out. I created a mock-up. I used this system. This is what we're going to talk about right now. My system that I call color blocking. So let's talk about color blocking. This is a system that I created for myself actually a while ago, probably a couple years ago, but I really dialed in on it during this time when I was creating this schedule for myself. The color blocking is a system where you take a task and you label it as a specific color. Like there is a color that represents that task, and you block it out on a weekly schedule. For example, I have a class on Tuesdays that's from 1:30 to 6:30 p.m. So on my poster for my calendar, it's a specific color, which is pink, and I block it out just like this, like a block, like an actual block, but it's pink. And that represents my time class, and the only words that are on the schedule are the title of the class and the time, and that's it. And then I have a key that has the color and the class, just a simple color key. That's all the info that you need on there. I don't like a schedule with a bunch of shit on it. I just don't. It doesn't help me at all, because I look at it and I'm like, what is all that? That's too much for me to look at. I can't deal with it. I ain't doing it. Okay, so this is my schedule at a more clearer view. It's just like a weekly view. I really like weekly views just so I know what's going on during the week. Starting with Sunday, everything is blocked off. It's all color coded. And then there's the key right there, which I love. I love all the colors. I am a visual person and I love colors, so that I needed it colorful. Like it's a nice little addition to my desk area, which is already pretty colorful. So I was really happy to make a schedule that was also colorful to add to that theme. So as you can see, everything lines up with the time. So for example, like I said earlier, all the 10 a.m. slots line up at 10 a.m. My morning routine, that's when I focus on my mental health, reading, journaling, meditating, all that, or working out, all of that is in the yellow block or in the evening block. The only thing that's labeled is the class and the time, and that's it. This is honestly just a perfect way to stay organized and to stay in a routine. Routine is so important during this time, and having your schedule and your entire routine blocked out in a very minimalistic manner, it's not overwhelming when I look at it, because there's barely anything written besides the actual task that I'm doing and the time and the day. That is it. It's super minimalistic, so that does not make me overwhelmed. I look at it and I feel fine, I feel good, I feel motivated, I feel ready for the day, instead of looking at a schedule and seeing all this crap written on it and then feeling immediately overwhelmed and stressed. Like, I don't want that. That's why this system works best for me. The only day that is not scheduled on my weekly schedule is just Saturdays. Saturdays are the days that I just leave unblocked because that's the day that I relax. I'm with my family. I'm not doing anything really unless there's something uniquely, individually specific that I have to do that day. So I leave Saturdays clear. That is color blocking. Again, I am not the inventor of this. I just call it color blocking. So I don't know if other people call it that, but that's what I'm calling it. Routine. Routines are so important during this time. So taking the time to figure out the routine that works best for you is so freaking important. I am serious, people. That is so important. I have been honestly doing really well because I implemented my routine that works best for me. Honestly, I've noticed that this time has made me feel so much more grateful for the things that I honestly never thought I would be living without. And it goes as little as just driving to work. Like, driving to work, I miss that. Like, I really miss that. And walking to the gym when I was in Boston, going to school in the city, I didn't think that all of a sudden it would be ripped out of my life so suddenly. I never thought that. Being with my roommates, oh my God, I miss my roommates so much. I miss going to the grocery store and not being afraid. I miss so many other things, and this time has given me and all of us the time to reflect and to be grateful. And I know people are getting sick, and that is not what I want. No one wants that, and that is heartbreaking. But we can't deny that this time has given us the gift of being with our family, of being in one place where we can reflect on ourselves and on life and feel grateful for what we have and what we had been given in the past. And that is beautiful, and you can't deny that. That is the one gift I think we can all agree about this experience, that it has given us the time to just stop, to literally just stop, and to breathe, and to think and reflect on life and on ourselves and on our family and how we can be better human beings, how we can be more grateful. That is pure beauty. It is. It really is. And if you don't see that, if you keep looking at this experience as awful and as bad, and you're sitting in your bedroom, you're watching Netflix 24/7, and you're not doing a single thing every day, that is not good. That is not good. Give yourself permission, of course. You know, that's kind of, I was going crazy the first week or two of this, and then I said, you know what, we need to accept it, because this is going to be our daily life for probably a little bit, longer than we want. So we need to accept it and figure out how we can be the best version of ourselves every day during this situation. What works best for us? What system can we create for ourselves that will allow us to be the best version of ourselves? And you know what really motivates me to do this is the amount of people who are affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, not just their jobs, but them specifically, people dying, people getting sick every second of the day. So many people are getting sick, so many people are dying. And you know what? I'm not sick, and my family isn't sick. So we're going to work towards being the best version of ourselves because we're grateful to be here, to not be sick. So if you're not sick, why would you sit around? Why would you take this time for granted? Why wouldn't you be grateful for the time that you've been given and push through and be the best you can be? That's what shocks me about a lot of people who aren't doing anything. I'm motivated to do something because I am here and I'm grateful to be here. So with that, I say thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Thank you for being wonderful. And you are incredible humans, and I believe in you. Create something that you've always wanted to create, and create a system that allows you to be the best version of yourself, because you have this time to do that. Don't treat this time as a waste. Treat it as an opportunity to grow. Be grateful, push through, we got this, and thank you so much for watching.